Howdy! Howdy diddly. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today is a wonderful day. It is a good day. It is one of the first days everyone's out here riding. Today we're going to talk about why I got a Honda CBR 600RR and the story behind it. First of all, I didn't even mean to get this. I never was a fan of Honda in the first place. Nothing wrong with them, nothing against them. I just wasn't drawn into them. At the beginning, I always wanted something more cruiser. I wanted something more of a cruiser bike. I thought that's what the coolest. I thought it looked badass riding that, you know? Anyways, my first time on the bike was on a Harley 750. I think it was a Street 750 if I remember correctly. And I felt really odd on that bike. The first time I got on it, I just felt like I wasn't in control, or it wasn't what I was expecting at least. And I was like, yeah, I'm not too sure how I feel about this. So then I went on and I was thinking, you know, maybe I'm gonna try a sports bike. Those look freaking cool too. I always like the looks of them. So I hit up my cousin. He has a Yamaha R1. He was the first guy to get the bike in our family. The bike was super dope because it was a blue with a 1, but it was a bright yellow. So I thought that color combination was super awesome. I called him and asked him if I could give it a try, and he let me ride it. You know, I was pretty scared. I had bought my helmet and everything, you know, for class. And I was already getting ahead of myself, trying to get equipment, trying to be prepared beforehand, because I know that if I get a bike, I'm gonna hop on as soon as I can and I won't have the proper gear to do it. So I was trying to go about the safe route, trying to be adult about it. So I hop on. I felt super awkward. I felt really, really high off the ground in comparison to the 750s I was taught on. And I was honestly super scared. I hopped on and I was like, fuck, where are my feet supposed to go? I'm like, crap, I'm gonna fall off. I'm like, I don't know where my feet are supposed to go. I was like trying to look for them, but then I got on it and my hips, they like wanted to cramp. I felt super uncomfortable. I was starting to cramp up on my hamstrings, maybe because I'm a fatty, and my wrists were just freaking like saying, nope, this is not cool, this is weird, I can't feel my hands anymore. And I was like, oh man, I was really hoping for that to work, but it didn't. I went to best of both worlds, I thought, and it was a naked bike. You know, at first I wanted to get a Yamaha, an FZ. I looked up on Facebook this bike. It was about $4,000, I believe. 4,000. It had about 11,000 miles. It was just super good, and I was like, damn, okay, I see how it is. I like this. And lo and behold, I don't know what happened. I just never went. The other option was the Suzuki SV650. We looked at the bike, we drove up there, and it was okay. It was actually really good looking. The only down part was that the seat was chewed off by like his butt, I guess. And the forks were leaking. And so we went back to doing our research because that bike was a no-go. It was a pass. So afterwards, I kept looking, and that's when I came across, that same day, I came across this Honda. And I was like, whoa, what is this bike? Afterwards, what did I do? So I hit him up, and then he's like, yeah, bro, ven aquí. Tengo aquí la moto, because he spoke Spanish. So I was like, oh, shit. So I was talking to him in Spanish, and he was like, ya, ven aquí, hermano. Aquí está la moto, ready to go, you know? I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to head up there. So I did head up there. My cousin wasn't with me this time, so it was a bit more like, you know, I gotta chill out. When I get off the car, I'm gonna look at the bike. I'm not gonna be excited about it, because then he's gonna be like, dang, this kid's already sold. I got an easy sell, you know? Oh, there's the boys. There's the boys. He's filming too. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, give me that YouTube channel. Give me that link. Getting off topic again. And on the way there, I was feeling already kind of funky. I was feeling the rush. I wasn't even the bike, man. At the ATM, my hands were shaking. I was like, is this it for me? Is this the moment? Is this the moment I've been waiting for my whole life? And it wasn't honestly my whole life. It's probably just that year that I got into the bikes. But I was so freaking excited. I have a good feeling about this. It's a Honda, and it looks sweet. And it was. Look, I'm in it right now. So the guy pulls it, we get there, right? And the guy pulls out the garage. It took about 5 minutes to get there. He's like, he comes out, he's wearing his pajamas, he's wearing some gloves, he's wearing a mask. He was all like ready. He opens the garage door. I'm like, fold it out. I was like, hell yeah. He freaking drops it. And I was like, hell no. And he freaking drops it. And I was like, no. Good thing nothing happened to the bike. Oh, look, it's the Supra again. That's dope. And it wasn't really his fault. Well, actually, yeah, it was his fault because he left it parked the wrong way. But he parked it so then the bike was most likely to lean over and fall. And it wouldn't have fallen over if it wasn't for the wind and if it wasn't for him parking it that way. He drops the bike, picks it up. I'm like, crap, I'm gonna help this guy. I feel bad for him. Afterwards, I feel like you could just see his face. He was just very devastated. He was super anxious, super nervous. He didn't even want to look at me in the eyes, and I felt bad. So I tried to make him comfortable, like, hey, where are you from? Hey, lady, how are you doing? And I was like, hey, dude, where are you from? And he's like, oh, dude, I'm from Venezuela. And I was like, cool. So he's starting to relax a bit more, so that made it more comfortable. He's all like, hey, man, do you want to ride it? And I was like, I probably shouldn't because, well, in my head, I'm thinking, damn, I probably shouldn't because I'm probably going to buy it if I ride it. And so I was like, yeah, dude, sure, I'll ride it. And and I hop on it, and it was not totally, but it was different enough experience compared to my cousin's Yamaha R1 that I went with it. I felt more comfortable. I wasn't seated as high. The bike felt lighter. The pegs were lower, and I just felt more comfortable. My wrists were still like, oh crap, like it's a sports bike. Your wrist will feel it, but it wasn't killing me. I said, fudge it. I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna bite the bullet, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna start filming. I'm gonna start doing all these things I wanted to do before. I just couldn't have been any more thankful that I skipped those first few bikes because I would have honestly sold them already, or I wouldn't have been as happy. But with this bike, it just felt right. It wasn't expected, and it was just awesome. At least for me it was. So if you're looking for a new bike, before you buy a bike, do your research. Number one, what are you going to use it for? Are you going to use it for a weekend rider? Are you going to use it to commute? Are you going to use it to cruise a long time? Are you going to use it to go on vacation, to go across state, across the country? What are you going to use it for? Ask yourself that first. Number two is, what can you afford? Because sometimes you can't really afford things. And not just the bike or the gear. Can you afford to maintain it? Is it doable? Make sure you budget for your bike. Make sure you buy your gear first. That's just my opinion. Because why would you want to go riding? It's already not safe enough. If you fall, you just hit the road and peace out, skin. So get yourself some gear, get yourself some boots. I'm riding right now with some regular Doc Martens. Get yourself some gloves, they help too. Get yourself some gear, brother. Hop on as many bikes as possible. If your friends got some, if someone can let you let you chill on one. So get yourself as much experience as possible. Enjoy the moment, enjoy your time, because it is the best thing I have ever done in my life, by far, as a purchase. It is super fun. I do not regret it. The only thing I do regret is not really pushing out more content as much as I should with this, because I'm not going to be on forever in this bike. As much as I wish I could, I gotta stay safe. I can't be 80, or maybe I can be on the bike at 80 years old like this. That'd be dope. But you just gotta enjoy it. Last thing, guys, is I want to say thank you if you made it to this part of the video. Before you leave, I want to show you guys the bike. The bike, here it is. It's just a classic CBR 600RR. It's a bit yellow. It's a bit faded. Anyways, I want to say thank you guys for your time, and hopefully it's enjoyable for you guys. So thanks for watching. Cruise Control Rider is out.